What's up, everybody? It's me, Coach Tara. I am coming at you with some fall action, and I don't know if any of you guys are on, so please, I know it's the middle of the day, but if you happen to be able to be on Facebook right now, say hi. Let me know where you're tuning in from. All right, I'll take these off. I'm just trying to grab your guys' attention. All right, so today I'm going to be talking to you guys about running faster and how I qualified for the Boston Marathon. So to give you guys a little bit of background, I was like your typical mom runner, just like running marathons. I actually grew up running. My mom was like a collegiate all-star, went to the Olympic trials, like was super good. So I kind of grew up going to the track with her. But as an adult, I wasn't like, I was never competitive or anything like that. And I was just running and I was kind of fast. I kept missing qualifying for Boston by about 9 minutes. So I had 3 failed attempts to get to Boston and I was just plateaued. I was like right around a 3:45 marathon and I couldn't get any faster. And so I want to tell you guys what I did, what I changed, and I ended up qualifying for Boston with a 3:17, which is about a 7 minute 10 second pace per mile. So I was super happy about the changes I was able to make, and I wanted to share those with you in case you are a runner and you want to get faster, and hope it can help some of you guys. So I'm going to pull up my notes here real quick, but please say hi while I do. Give me some interaction. Let me know if you guys are runners or if you have any questions along the way, please let me know. Sometimes I skip like really obvious details, and so call me on it. Let me know if I'm missing anything. All right, so the very first thing that I changed to get faster with running was lifting weights. And this was actually like kind of what propelled me into becoming a coach. Hang on one second, guys. I'm not seeing like, if you're on, can somebody say hi? Like anything, give me an emoji or something, because I think I'm not seeing any comments again. This happens like every time and I don't know what the deal is. Hold on. No, that's me writing a comment. Can someone give me an emoji? Maybe I'm quiet mode turned on. That should be off. I can't see any of your questions, so hopefully we can figure this out here. If you guys comments. There, okay, Jennifer, thank you. Okay, I got a thumbs up. Thank you, Jennifer, I appreciate that. All right, so, okay, very first thing I changed to get into, like, to start running faster, was, I'm at Whole Foods. I just got video bombed. You guys like this, my tribal tape? I just found out that my bicep tendon has been dislocated, and so I just got it put back into place. So that's why I have tribal tape on my arm. But all right, so going back to running and lifting weights. When I started lifting weights, everybody told me that it would slow me down as a runner. I didn't want to put any muscle mass on. It would make things harder for me, but it was the exact opposite, because what happened was that I increased my power to weight ratio. So like I became more powerful. I had more power behind my every step of my run. And actually on the first marathon that I ran after I had been consistently lifting weights, I shaved 26 minutes off my time. I felt the best I ever had by far at the finish. Like I was hardly sore. I was walking around happy, feeling great, and I qualified for Boston. So lifting weights just made me be able to like keep a faster pace the whole time. So if you're a runner and you haven't, I always was like kind of lifting weights as a runner. Like I knew I was supposed to. I knew I needed good core strength and even upper body strength, but I wasn't really, it was like my little, oh yeah, I did arms for a second. There wasn't a lot of commitment there. Petra, hi from the Netherlands. Thanks for tuning in from the Netherlands. That's awesome. Thank you. So lifting weights, like whatever sport you're doing, like, if you look at professional athletes, like they spend time in the gym. So if you want to perform like an athlete, get in and lift some weights. Okay, the next thing that I did was I included a ton of speed work and hills in my running, right? So every single midweek run, instead of just like running, I got to get my 3 miles in. Hey, Julie, thanks for saying hi. I would alternate days. So one day I would do speed intervals and the next day I would do hill intervals. So the reason that helped me, like, yes, it helped me get faster, but it also like woke me up to the fact that I could get faster. Margot, hi, thanks for saying hi. Like you think you can only run so fast, but I guarantee you can run faster. So doing speed intervals, so like I would just switch them up and make them up however I wanted. I did do a lot of my training on the treadmill, which I don't super recommend, but if you live in a snowy state like Utah in the winter and you're trying to train, like you got to do it sometimes, right? And so I would do a lot of like just super fast speed intervals and just make them up as I went, listen to my body, and then I would do hills as well. And that made me get so much stronger and gave me an advantage on the hills and the runs too. Okay, and then for nutrition, the last thing I changed was like, I really had to change my nutrition. Like I didn't kind of change my nutrition. I didn't like, oh, I'll have salad with lunch. Like, no, I like really changed my nutrition. You know what I'm saying? Like I started to only eat clean foods, and found like clean substitutes for treats and things like that, so I wasn't putting crap in my body, and that helped my recovery get better, and it also helped me so what I did was I started to eat a low carbohydrate diet, and for endurance athletes this can be really, really helpful because your body learns how to run off of fat for fuel. So like I was eating lower carb and higher fat, and so my body could use dietary fat or my own body fat for fuel. So when you're a runner and you run out of your sugary goo or whatever, you know, peanut butter sandwich you ate that morning, that's why a lot of people will, like, you've heard of a bonk in a race, because their body's like doesn't know how to just tap into its own fat stores really easily, so it's looking for more sugar and there's no more left, so your body's like, forget it, I can't go any further. I'm out of sugar. So if you can teach your body how to use fat for fuel instead, you can have such an advantage as an endurance athlete, because you're not so dependent on sugar to keep you going. And then at the same time, because you're really good at using fat for fuel, your body can, when you do have sugary carbs, it's like jet fuel, like really gets you going. So definitely found a low carbohydrate, higher fat diet to be super, super good for my running. So those are my tips. Lift weights, do some speed and hill intervals, and eat a really clean diet with low carbs. It was just completely life-changing for me, and I was able to not only like change my physique, but also get way faster as a runner and fulfill my lifelong dream of running Boston, which I ran last year in 2017. And if that's a dream of yours, keep going, keep trying. I failed 3 times. I had run more marathons than that, but I failed 3 times. I didn't get it. I thought I was going to qualify and I didn't. And I kept going and kept tweaking things, and I finally got there. So if there's any Boston people watching this, I gotta say, you guys, wow, just wow. Like the spirit that comes out in that city for that race, I mean, it's unbelievable. I knew it was going to be like spectators for 26 miles. I had no idea it was going to be like raving fans going nuts, cowbells, music. Everybody had orange slices for us, like just unbelievable support out in Boston for that marathon. So props to you guys. And if anybody is trying to qualify for that race, I really, really, really say don't give up, because it's so much cooler than you can even imagine. All right, I will leave it at that. I hope this has been helpful. And if you guys have any questions on running or anything with training or nutrition, or a little more detail on how I did it, I will add real quick. Julie, you're training to volunteer at a marathon? Nice. I love the volunteers. Volunteers like make or break a race. So you got to have like lots of personality and go nuts and have fun, because it helps a lot when the volunteers are cool at a race. But I will say, like, for people who have questions on like how I did my training, it was mostly like I did short midweek runs. I did not beat up my body on the midweek. So I think the highest I ever got in the middle of a week was like 8 miles. But usually it was like 3 to 5 miles in the middle of a week, and I just went more for intensity than distance, right? So training my body to run fast, and then always did my long runs on the weekend. I never skipped a long run, so my body was accustomed to it. So, and then the rest of the time, like, so running became kind of like my warm-up for lifting weights in the middle of the week, and then I focused more on lifting weights. I lifted more weights than I ran, and it got me to Boston. So huge proponent of that. All right, okay, hope you guys have a great day. See ya.